Hi, welcome to Fantasy Booms and Busts Week 9. My name's Gulino.
And I'm Sam Bloomquist. What do you got for us this week, CJ?
This week, Sam, I think Gio Bernard would be a great start. Even though he is averaging under 100 yards and under a touchdown per game, he's very talented in the pass and the run game. They're coming off a big win against their rivals, the Baltimore Ravens, and they're facing the Jags, who have led up 115 yards and at least one touchdown out of every running back they face this year.
Yes, but something you're going to want to watch out for Gio Bernard is he's getting pretty banged up through these last couple games. You're going to want to get Jeremy Hill to handcuff him if he's still available on the waiver wire. And since the Falcons, Bills, Bears, Lions, Packers, and Titans are all on a bye week this week, somebody you're going to want to pick up is Ben Tate of the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns are playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this week, which are ranked 32nd in both offense and defense this season. And the Browns are fighting to stay as a legitimate team in this league, and Ben Tate has the talent to do very well against the Tampa Bay Bucs.
Sam, I really like the Ben Tate pick. I think that he's coming off a very quality week with about 10 points in a non-PPR league, so I like that start. Someone who I think fantasy owners should definitely not trade is Brandon Marshall. He is on a bye, so obviously you can't play him, but he's a very valuable asset to your team, even though he has not been producing. There's been some bad blood in the locker room between Jay Cutler and Brandon Marshall. He's still a very talented receiver, and Cutler's still a very talented quarterback. I'm pretty confident they can get out of the funk that they're in.
I agree with you, CJ. Brandon Marshall is one of the elite receivers in this league, and you would be a fool to give him up. Somebody else you don't want as your wide receiver this week is James Jones, the Oakland Raider wide receiver, as he plays the Seattle Seahawks. He's the only key receiver in Oakland's offense, and Seattle, all they have to do is put Richard Sherman on him the entire game, and he will not produce. Derek Carr, the rookie quarterback, will have to lean on his other receivers to be successful this game.
I agree. I think that even though the Seattle Seahawks defense has looked very shaky this year, I think that's an easy shutdown for Richard Sherman. I think James Jones should definitely be on your bench this week. Someone I think you should start is Dante Moncrief. That's kind of an unknown name for a lot of fantasy owners. He's only owned in about 3% of all leagues. He did have seven receptions this week with 113 yards and a big touchdown, even though the Colts did get blown out. And Hakeem Nicks is playing very terrible, and I don't think he's going to get a lot of targets anymore. And Reggie Wayne is injured, so I think Moncrief could really step up for fantasy owners.
Also, on that point, he's got Andrew Luck throwing to him, and Andrew Luck can put that ball anywhere on the field for his receivers. And somebody else you might want to start if you're facing some bye week blues is Alex Smith, the quarterback from Kansas City. Kansas City is playing the New York Jets, and the New York Jets led up 43 points to Kyle Orton and the Buffalo Bills offense last week. Although Alex Smith isn't necessarily the greatest quarterback to start in fantasy this week, he might be a good pickup if he's still on the waiver wire because although the Jets have a strong run defense, in order to beat them, you have to pass all over them.
I completely agree. I think the Jets secondary is in shambles, and I think Alex Smith could definitely pick them apart this week. That about wraps it up for Fantasy Booms and Busts Week 9. We hope to see you next week.
Thanks for watching.